notice that we've front-loaded the first 3 weeks. We've got a lot of great content to cover. We want to build a solid foundation. So in week 1, you're going to actually have 2 meetings. In that first meeting, you're going to cover Module 1, Launching Your Career, where Brian will present the opportunities and realities of this industry, why sales is a noble profession, and the science behind why 100 days is so important. In the next module, the Working by Referral System, your agents will learn the common challenges that they face and how the most successful agents in our industry thrive. This is the true power of Working by Referral. In our second meeting in week 1, we're going to dive into creating a vibrant database, where agents will learn the true definition of a database, how to build their network to fuel their business, and the right way to leverage a CRM. In Module 4, Brian covers the 80-20 rule in action, where agents learn how to most effectively direct their time to build, sort, and qualify their list of relationships. In week 2, we'll go into how to stay in contact, where we'll use mailings and electronic follow-up and calls to keep them in consistent contact with their database. Module 6 will be all about caring for clients. Note writing, pop buys, and video messages that'll demonstrate an agent's care for their database. The next part of week 2, agents will learn building a sense of community, where we'll share the essentials of building that community with their database, meeting face-to-face for breakfast or lunch, hosting client parties, and effectively employing media. Week 3, we've got a few more modules to cover in 1 week. In Module 8, we'll go over the 365 system, where Brian will share how the stacking effect leads to critical mass for agents. It'll be how the system works and ultimately what the payoff is for your agents. In Module 9, we'll dive into the time management wizard, which who doesn't need help with that these days, right? How to effectively lay out their year. They'll learn how to plan their month and schedule their week so that they can get down to truly prioritizing the day to get the training action steps done that Brian assigns. The last part of week 3 will be Module 10, managing the world's most difficult person, which is us, by the way. And agents will learn the 3 areas that we all must master to effectively manage ourselves, our time, our energy, and our money. So first 3 weeks, really, really robust. We set a solid foundation. They've got many modules to digest, and they'll have training action steps at the end of each of them as we go. Now we dive into week 4 and onward, and this is where you'll go to 1 meeting per week. So in Module 11, it's all about how to be a goal getter, why we need goals, and what can cause agents to miss hitting them. How do we set SMART goals that work, including a Just Imagine writing exercise that'll really get agents thinking about the possibilities. And I believe this is one of the things that gives them the fuel to keep moving forward, to do some of the things, let's be honest, they probably don't want to do, but it pushes them forward. It's great stuff. In week 5, Module 12, we're talking about developing your online, offline strategy. So Brian will share the winning formula for relational, digital, and conventional lead generation. Week 6, working with a buyer. And week 7, working with a buyer. We've got part 1 and part 2, where Brian's going to share the ups and downs of working with buyers, how to turn a buyer lead into a client. He'll go deep into the purchasing pathway, and then we'll follow along that process and how to show like a pro, the contract negotiation, and the whole transaction process in a nutshell. And you guessed it, in week 8, we're working with our sellers, and week 9, part 2. So once again, going into the same process, the ups and downs of working with sellers, how sellers think, the steps for a successful listing appointment. And then in part 2, we'll go deeper into how to handle the listing appointment, where we take a tour, we present the price, and we outline the marketing plan. This is such key stuff to help your agents grow in their confidence and professionalism in this business. In week 10, we got to get into growing yourself and growing your business, where Brian shares why personal development matters and the 3 elements of growth and top tips for personal development. I mean, he's one of the best of the best, so this is going to be phenomenal content. Module 18, it's all about the money, where Brian will share common money mistakes agents make, the winning financial strategies, which we all need, and the commission calculator, which is cash flow management for real estate, not taught anywhere else. Module 19, we dive into the lead cultivation program, where Brian goes over the false assumptions agents make, how we can actually cultivate those leads, and the most important thing, how do we convert them? Module 20 is all about standout customer service, where agents will learn the elements that make up great buyer and great seller service, and how to sprinkle in the unexpected extras throughout. And we finish strong with Module 21, Week 14, on sustaining greatness, where agents will learn how to achieve critical mass in their business, how to finish strong, and then follow a real estate career path to great success. And we're here to help them every step of the way. So after each module, I mentioned this earlier, there are training action steps geared towards getting the presentations memorized and ready to go out and meet with a client. So what's the payoff from all of this work and completing those action steps? Well, here we go. What we expect as a very minimum, if they do the work that we've assigned, the 100-day production goal is a minimum of 1 closed and 2 pending sales. I think you'd agree with me that that is a game changer for a new or struggling agent in our industry. Next, I want to show you everything you and your agents will receive when you make this investment. Let's dive in first to our student offerings. They'll get the digital student workbook to take copious notes throughout the program that they can go back to over and over again. There are also printable versions of world-class monthly mailings to stay in touch with their database. We also have our Power Hour sign that they can post in their workspace to tell people, hey, I'm busy generating great leads for my business. I'm taking great care of my clients. And now for your